Hey there, welcome back to the Greater You. Today we are finishing up the 14 principles of romantic relationship traits. That series we've been working on for a while here. So let's go ahead and share our visual just to jump off the page and show you what we're looking at here. Romantic relationship trait 14, financial intelligence versus foolishness. As we kind of like riddled on this, we're trying to figure out, what is the best way to, teach you guys about this and show you, but the word foolishness just kept like, if we're not being financially intelligent, we are really being foolish with our finances and our wealth. All of us have moments of foolishness where you do those impulse buys, but how many relationships have crashed on the rocks of poor financial decision making? This is one of the top causes of relationships failing when you've got people that are misaligned around finances. If you have one person who's, really good at managing money and the other person's very impulsive, we're going to have problems. So the core tenets of financial intelligence really what you're looking to develop in yourself and in your partner is this. If you make 10 bucks and you spend eight or less, some would say five or less is really the goal. If you make 10 bucks and spend five or less, you're probably on track. And what you do with that extra five is very important. You want to leverage interest in your favor rather than, you know, just, amassing debt and having interest working against you. So if you make 10 bucks and you're spending five or less and then saving 50% of it, you're in good shape. That's financially wise. If you're making 10 bucks and you're spending 10 or more, we've got problems because you're living paycheck to paycheck. And if you're spending more than 10, then you are living leveraged against you. You're getting credit card debt piled up. You're borrowing from friends, family, loan sharks, and that causes unbelievable levels of relationship strain and stress. So the only word to really describe that is foolishness. If you find yourself in the fool category, which we all have those moments and have been there, stop now. Start thinking about how do I get myself pulled back from this? We're huge fans of Dave Ramsey. His move at the speed of cash method is so great. And I love how it makes a bunch of people nowadays put their eyebrows up into their hair. And like, what's cash even, right? Basically, the principle there is if you're living off of 50% of what you make, you really can save up enough money to buy the next car. And, buying a car that's 6 months old or a year old is going to save you thousands, right? And so you move at the speed of cash. These principles just are so intelligent and they cause so much reduction of stress and friction in the romantic relationship. So it is a huge red flag. If you yourself are great with finances and you're dating, and this person that you're dating is awesome in every way, except they just are terrible with money, you have to look at that red flag. That has to be addressed before you get married, before you move in, before you make it serious and start really projecting into the future together, because otherwise that's a huge red flag that could lead to a destruction of the relationship. So very simple principle there. Make 10 bucks, spend way less than 10. If you can live off of eight or less or five or less, that's amazing. That is tough to do in some situations around this planet with tough economies and everything else. But instead of all of us sitting around bemoaning the economy and blaming some figurehead, why don't we take charge of our finances and practice expanding our financial intelligence and then really seek to embody that so that you can be that stable person in a relationship and then seek to find someone who is aligned with that idea. You don't want to be taking on someone else's financial burdens as a part of the romantic relationship when you're coming together. If they're bringing debt in, oh boy, that's an instant downer, right? I would say if they're very serious about the relationship, have some really honest conversations, find out what their plan is to get themselves on their own financial 2 feet before you ever look at combining your future forward. Have them show it. Do the due diligence. You yourself, if you've got those problems, make the changes now. So there you go. That concludes the romantic relationship trait series. Every one of these 14 traits we've talked about are essential for developing really healthy relationships across the board despite different cultural and everything differences that we all have, which is awesome, and the diversity of life in this planet and everything. These four tenets can run underground and be kind of like this backbone foundation type of thing that you want to really have in yourself that will help any type of relationship, especially romantic relationships. And you definitely want to seek that a person that has these characteristics in their life. So there you go. That wraps up the series. We've gotten plenty more content to come. Of course, like and subscribe if you will, and hit us up in the comments. We'd love to hear what you think about these different ideas that are really tried and true and proven from years and years of coaching. Thank you. Take care.